JL Rock percent off collector. We're here with another Transformers unboxing and review. We're doing this a little bit different, show off the new case that I have. Now you can see a lot of this, all of it, is you can actually see are action figures, primarily female action figures, because that's the main thing I collect. But I also like my Transformers, especially when I get a good deal on them, because you know my saying, no discount, no deal. So today we're going to be looking at Afterimage. So this is one of the deformation knockoffs that you can get from AliExpress. I picked this up a while ago, just never got around to opening it, but we're going to do that right now and show you what it looks like. So you can see, box pretty simple. I always tell people that if you're a collector and you like keeping things in the box, then it could be a little bit difficult dealing with like AliExpress because it can come damaged. I mean, this isn't bad at all if you see, like really no damage on it, but I have seen things damaged. But I will say that even if you don't care about the box, get it with the box because it provides more protection. And usually the price difference usually is like $1 or so, and it's totally worth it to get the box. So I don't keep boxes, especially stuff like this, so it doesn't matter, but there we go. So looking very simple here. We got the bot here in the plastic, and then we got the instructions here. But I always do movie magic because I'm terrible at doing transformations and stuff like that. So it's like if I try and do it, it just could be me struggling and turning what should be like maybe a 10-minute video into like a long video. Let's get this thing opened up. So a lot of the times what I do with things like this is I like to do the field test to just see like does it feel cheap, because especially something like this, a lot of times I usually get like the G1s and stuff like that off of AliExpress just because I realize it isn't difficult to get one that's actually working. In this case, I wanted to try something different. I kind of like the vehicle mode in this. This is closer to like what you would see from the movies from Michael Bay and stuff like that, so I thought this was cool. I have to say it has some decent weight to it. I mean, honestly, I have come across and got some of the Michael Bay film series bots like this before, and I gotta say the plastic feels about the same. Like, you know, sometimes you feel it and it feels like super light. This actually has some decent weight to it, and I can say that, you know, as a robot, I'm not 100% into this style. I'm more of that G1 guy. But, I mean, it's not bad. Like, you look at the way it looks from the head sculpt all the way down to, I mean, the back, yeah, I mean, but I don't know how else you would get around that, so I don't really know what you could do. But I gotta say that overall, I think that it just, at least at the beginning feel, it's really nice. As far as movement, you know, you got bendable from the arms, you can rotate out, that's cool, all the way up and down. Of course, with the wheels and stuff up here, you're gonna get some of that blockage because of the way the wheel is placed. I think we can move this around a little bit. Yeah, I can turn this back a little bit, but not like a super amount where it would make that big of a difference. Let's see, as far as knees, this seems to be where you kind of lose it, because you see how the doors are here. It ends up being an issue with bending the knee, so when you try to bend the knee back, it doesn't really work out so great. So that I could definitely see where that's a problem. I mean, this seems more like the kind of bot that you would just end up having it just in one specific position, but you can also move around the feet a little bit. At the bottom here, you can see you can turn the feet, even though I'm sure some of that's part of the transformation. Let's see, waist. I mean, again, it looks like it's mainly the doors. These doors prevent so much from you being able to do anything as far as, and you can't, because I was just seeing, you could kind of turn these up like that. So I guess if you turn it up, no, because you still got the bump here. So I don't really know. See, like if you turn it the door a little bit, then you can get a little bit more. But when it sits at least the way how they had it, which is like this side, then you're constantly bumping into it. And that's the same with the turn. It looks like you have that waist turn right here, but again, you're bumping into the door, and then this piece back here is bumping into that. So all of that is going to affect the articulation and stuff like that. Head doesn't look like you really get any movement with the head. That's kind of interesting. So yeah, a lot less articulation. I mean, I do like the cannon in the front. I mean, it didn't come with anything else. Let me double check, because sometimes I do be slipping on it. But yeah, I mean, as far as the robot mode looks very simple. I mean, again, I like it. I mean, I like, for instance, the clear plastic, how this looks here and in the back. I mean, that's cool. I like the gun. I mean, it didn't come with any weapons, but it has a slot, so I'm assuming it'll fit most of the guns around that size for this type of transformer. And the feel and everything looks great. So with that said, let's transform this bad boy and see what it looks like in its vehicle mode. Alright, so I want to switch to the photo box so I can get you guys to take a look at this up close, because for this one, and what I've seen with a lot of the Studio Series type of Transformers, is that sometimes the tabs is what gets you. And by the way, if anyone is curious about looking this up to transform, I got my transform from EMGO 316, and I did it under the Studio Series Deluxe Mirage, from Rise of the Beast. So this is basically a knockoff of that. So I was able to use that transformation video to do this, and I can tell you that even on his video, you can see that even when you transform, you get some of these gaps. And when someone that is really good at transforming, like he is, says that this part is tricky like 5 or 6 times, then that you know what you're in for. Now I have to say that it transformed pretty much exactly like he said. A lot of it is tabs, tabs where you're pushing in here, you're pushing a tab in here, you're pushing a tab in here, you're pushing one up here, and then you end up with a lot of these gaps. Now, obviously, this being, a third party, it could also be a little bit harder to close up some of those gaps. But as I said, if you go look at some of the transformations, especially when someone's first doing it out of the box, you end up seeing a lot of these gaps and stuff like that. So I think that over time you can end up, transforming it, getting a little bit looser, and then it turns out okay. But sometimes on your first go, it's going to be a lot of like pushing and squeezing in. Like, it took me a while to even get this lined up really nice. I mean, you can see like there's like a flaw in the paint like there, but I mean, and here as well. But I think overall it's cool for the style. I mean, as I said, if you go look at the Studio Series Deluxe Mirage, I mean, this looks like spot on. I haven't held one myself, so I can't tell you exactly how that would feel compared to the real version. But I have to say that this feels good. Now, it's still, actually, I have the tire a little bit off too. But as I said, so as of that, see, it's a little bit off because of that. But again, this is something where I think you transform it a couple of times, you loosen it up, it'll be fine. Honestly, I don't really hate it. I mean, it's pretty cool looking. I mean, if you're looking to roll it, it rolls on the back, but like I said, that's because the way with the transformation, it's a little bit off. And that part of it could be me, but I try to follow this as closely as possible. But I think it's pretty cool. Like, for this one, I'm definitely going to leave it in vehicle mode. I'm just going to work on transforming it some more just so I can get it loose and see if I can, clean up the transformation a little bit more. But as far as price, I could tell you that on AliExpress, you can find this for about $20, which is not bad. I think they had it for like 18 or something, and they always have coupons and specials and stuff, so you could probably even get it for under 20 with that. So I'll put a link in the description so that you can check that out. But overall, I definitely say, especially for the price and everything, it's definitely worth checking it out. And I am happy to add this to my collection. Now, if you like these type of little videos, hey, please consider giving us a like, sub, leave a comment, all that stuff that the YouTube algorithm demands. Until next time, remember my phrase that pays: no discount, no deal. Catch you next time.